What's going on, family? In today's video, I'm going to be going over how to understand the Amazon algorithm, right? And how to rank your products on page one of Amazon, because as you know, that is the most important part of selling on Amazon. Like, you could have the best product out there, right, with the best differentiation idea, best price. But if you are showing up on page 7, page 6, guess what? No one's gonna see your product. If no one sees your product, well, no one's gonna buy it, right? So it's very, very important to have your product shown on page 1 of Amazon. Now, what do I mean? Let's go right into the computer so you guys can see. So, say for example, you wanted to sell a plant basket. It's important for you to show up in this page, right? Right here, whenever someone searches in this area, no one goes to page 2 or page 3. Studies show, like I said, 90% of sales happen in this area. So you need to have your product showing up here. Now there are certain other factors that can help manipulate ranking, like obviously like price. If your product is priced lower, then obviously Amazon is going to rank you higher, because Amazon is known to be the place to go to get cheaper products. But obviously you could have a cheaper product, but if no one is buying it, you're not gonna get ranked, right? So the number one factor, the number one obviously thing that gets you ranked on page 1, right? The only thing that gets you ranked on page 1 is sales, guys. Okay, it's not reviews. Okay, for example, you could have like 1,000 reviews on a product, but if you all of a sudden people stop buying your product, you are going to lose ranking and get taken out of page 1. Okay, now I want you guys to understand, just coming from the perspective of Amazon, right? So Amazon makes money on each of your sales, right? So they're only going to show the products that are selling the most units per day on page 1, because obviously they're making more money off of you, right? So now you might be wondering, well, how do I get my product showing up on page 1, right? Whenever you first get into inventory, you'll probably be on page 6, page 7. So how do you get it to page 1? It's actually what you're gonna run is what's called a sponsored ad. You see this right here, sponsored. And what you're gonna do is you're going to launch a pay-per-click campaign. Now, pay-per-click stands for pay-per-click, right? So PPC, pay-per-click. You're actually paying per click. So for example, these people right here, they see this. You see the sponsor under them, right? They're running an ad, so they're not getting charged anything right now. But if I actually click on the product, that person just got charged, right? So how it works is all these sellers are bidding each other. So say for example, it's an open bid to gain positions on the sponsored section on Amazon, right? So for example, this person telling Amazon, okay, I'm willing to spend $2 per click. Show me up at the very top on the sponsor section. Right, and this person might be only bidding maybe $1.80, right? So on the sponsor section on Amazon, you actually have 4 spots at the top of page 1, you have 4 spots in the middle, and you have 4 spots in the bottom of page 1. And where you show up in the section is all determined on how much you're willing to spend per click. Okay, so in the beginning, when you're first launching your product, I always recommend to have a very aggressive bid, so you're showing up at the very top. Okay, now how do you get organically ranked? Organically ranked is the listings right here that don't say sponsor, right? They're not paying anything for clicks. But to get organically ranked, you have to spend some money on ads, right? To prove yourself to the Amazon algorithm that you are, whenever someone searches this product, your product is relevant to that. And you can only do that by generating sales from your ad. So whenever you search whenever someone searches plant basket and they see your ad and they're buying from your ad, then usually after 4 to 5 days I'm currently seeing this algorithm changes all the time. Usually after 4 to 5 days of generating sales from your ad, Amazon grabs your listing from page 5, 6, 7 and puts you on page 1 organically, right? But you have to generate sales, right? And it has to be a good sales history. Usually they look at 4 or 5 days, depending on what product you're selling, but on average is what I see. You have to get consecutive sales for those days, and you have to match the same sales as the people on page 1. So, right, we all have our product research tools here. Let me run this one. The one that I use is ZonBase, guys. If you guys have not gotten this, just you guys can use my discount code ECOMDAY50. Just go to zonbase.com and sign up. So see, for example, here in the top right corner, the average seller selling plant baskets on page 1, it's selling about 376 units a month, right? So you need to be generating, like I would say, about 10 units a day from your ad, right? you have to get close to selling the same amount of units as the people that are selling on page one, and then Amazon will grab your product and put you on page one organically. And then once that happens, what we usually do is you never want to turn off your ads. You actually want to optimize them, right? Which is also something that we teach on my coaching program. Yeah, so I hope you guys like this video. And like always, if you have any questions, just go ahead, drop them in the comments below. And for all of you interested on looking into joining my coaching program, we are opening up a few spots for that. So if you are really interested and are serious about starting an Amazon business, just go ahead and message me, Amazon, and we'll talk. All right, guys, thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next.